Tune in to Peak 100.1 every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. to discover the voices, stories, and sounds coming straight from your own community. It's Local Artist Spotlight. Miss the show? No problem. Catch extended episodes anytime on our YouTube channel at Peak 100.1. Local Artist Spotlight is brought to you in part by the Eureka Room in Old Town Cottonwood. For wine, art, and a community gathering place, the Eureka Room. Experience the joy of discovery. Local Artist Spotlight, Wednesday nights at 6:30 on Peak 100.1.
Hello everyone, my name is Bogy and this is my new song Late Night Drive, so I hope you guys like it. I still think of that night when you said we would just be friends, not with words but something wasn't right. When you said he was coming, you gave me a fright. And as the evening went on, I just couldn't fight. And when the night was done and he took you home, started my car all alone, thinking where I went wrong. Follow your car on a late night drive, trying not to make myself cry. You're just what I need, but your car's got more speed, and I can't help but falling behind. This feeling is so weird, you're always there for me, but just a sister you said you would be. And as I turn my car onto other way, just a brother, I know I will stay. Now I'm on my bed writing my sorrow away, pictures of tonight you sent. In all of them there were always three, by his side you always must be. Even when you held me tight and cheered for me, not a single kiss I get to feel. Now as I lay on my bed and start to think, maybe this is the way it must be for me to spread my wings. Follow your car on a late night drive, trying not to make myself cry. You're just what I need, but your car's got more speed, and I can't help but falling behind. This feeling is so weird, you're always there for me, but just a sister you said you would be. Now as I turn my car onto other way, just a brother, now I will stay. I always make you smile, say that for a while I care about you. Just pat my back, your chair was such a nag. You hold me tight and make it feel alright. Always laugh and cry, we always fall and fly, always know what each other is doing, so tell me why this love I must hide, and the nights I cried, your knowing looks and our inside jokes, my Monday always cooks. But no matter what, I must hold back, because in the end I still want you around, and I can ruin that. So when the night concludes, it's around. Tell me what else can I do but try? Follow your car on a late night drive with a smell that helps me survive. You're just what I need, but your car's got more speed, and I can't help but falling behind. This feeling is so weird, you're always there for me, but just a sister you said you would be. And as I turn my car onto all the way, step brother, I know I will stay. And there is nothing I can do to change that truth.
Back for another episode of Local Artist Spotlight. It's your friend Becca from Peak 100.1, and I'm with my new friend. Is it Bogy? That's how I say it?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Where does that name come from?
So, here's the story. My full name is actually Alexis Michael Bogatrev. As you just listened, that last name is pretty complicated to say because my family is originally from Russia. So it became kind of an ongoing joke among my friends in elementary school that nobody could pronounce my last name, so they just started calling me Bogy. And it was endearing. Like they didn't do it to like make fun of me or anything. They
It's
just
just
called
a
me like that.
kid nickname that stuck. And
Yeah, it stuck around.
I think it's cool.
That name moved on to secondary school, and now it moved on to my job and everything. And now that's what everyone's called me.
He's Bogy, and he's fresh on the scene with the keyboard, with the awesome hair and the look. So tell us a little bit about where your inspiration for your music come from. You're giving me Billy Joel, you're giving me Freddie Mercury, you're giving me a little Supertramp. What's going on here?
Well, as you mentioned, Freddie Mercury is actually one of my biggest inspirations. I always knew I wanted to do something artistic since I was a kid, but I didn't know if I wanted to do acting or music or what I wanted to do. I was always a little bit musically inclined. I did have a few instruments in my house, but I never exactly paid a lot of attention to it. I always loved to sing, but I never took it seriously until I grew older, until about 13 years old, when all the musician biopics started to come out, the Queen movie, the Elton John movie, and I fell in love with like the world of show business.
What an awesome thing to fall in love with at that age, because I feel like your age from 11 to like 15, it's all about discovering those musicians, discovering that art, discovering a sense of yourself. What a cool thing to like fall in love with as a kid. And your music is so good. You play those keys like no other. How long have you been playing piano?
I would say like around 5 years probably.
Nice.
I first started around 2021 because my mom had a friend that taught piano and I wanted to get into it, so that's when I first started taking it seriously.
You play guitar or anything else too?
No, I would love to learn at some point though.
I hear piano and guitar are like cousins. They translate very easily.
That's what I've been told. I've been told that piano is like a great instrument to start with, and then you build up from there.
Absolutely.
But yeah, at some point I would like to learn guitar. But for now, I'm like more focused on career building.
So how long have you been in the Verde Valley area?
Around 4 years now, since 2022.
And you liking it so far?
It's pretty good. I grew up in Buenos Aires in Argentina, which is a really big city environment. It's kind of like a mix between Paris and New York.
Yeah.
So I'm used to like the bustling everywhere. But it's a nice change of pace. I did learn a lot, and it did give me it really like amplified my worldview in so many ways.
Yeah.
Moving to a new environment in a new country with new language and everything.
Right.
So Yep, I
So
would say I've been liking
parents
it.
are from Russia. You grew up in Argentina. How many languages do you know?
I speak Spanish and English only. So my grandparents are the ones that came from Russia to
Okay.
Argentina after World War II. My mom and my aunts were actually born in Chicago,
Oh wow.
and they then moved back to Argentina, which is where I was born. So they were all over the world.
That's awesome. I love it. And you bring that world eclectic sound to your music as well. You were just mentioning with your newer stuff, you want to influence your Latin heritage and all of that. And with this demo that you're putting out, tell us a little bit about the process of writing and coming up with like this album.
So I take a lot of inspiration from the things that happen on my life. So right now it's still in the very early stages of developing, but I do have plans for a studio album that tells a story, my relationship story, from beginning to end. Each song is like a chapter of the thing, from being lonely all the way to accepting that, from being lonely before the relationship started to all the way to the end after the grief is over. That's what There's Always a Tomorrow is about. Not only that, but like what I want my main message to be is hope.
Yeah.
I really want to make people feel like there's somebody out there that listens to them and that knows the struggle and that was able to get out, and it still goes through stuff sometimes, but I really want to give people that sense that they're not alone and that they can be their own heroes.
Absolutely. And one of your heroes, Freddie, he was like a symbol of hope for so long, for so many people, still is, for people like you and me who love Queen. But I do feel like that does ring true for your music. It comes through so hard that you're just this true, authentic person that has these true, authentic experiences, relationships, travels, all of it. A lot of people may not share your same exact story, but they are going to connect so hard in the message that you bring. And it's just awesome. You've been mentioning that you've been playing around the Verde Valley at open mics. Tell us a little bit about how that's been going.
It's been going pretty well. I played around different places, including several places in Sedona, like Vino and the Oak Creek Brewery, and even Connorwood sometimes, in Clarkdale, like the 1012 Cantina and stuff. But now that I have my latest demo out, I plan on starting to looking for serious gigs.
Yeah, awesome. Big, better things. We'll get you booked at some places around town. And you're on the socials, right?
Of course, yeah.
And where can people find your music right now? Do you have anything out right now that people can go and search?
I'm still working on the final mixing of my demo, so that's gonna be out in the following days. But I do have an Instagram. It's called They Call Me .Bogy, B-O-G-Y.
It's linked below in the video, so go check that out.
And my YouTube is just Bogy, B-O-G-Y.
Check that out as well.
The ad is Bogy. I think it's the actual Bogy 0824, if I'm not mistaken. That's the ad.
We'll find it. We'll link it.
You can just look up Bogy, B-O-G-Y, and it should pop up.
Well, yeah. It's so awesome to see you play your music. We met at a poetry reading, and you just had this rock and roll star vibe at the poetry reading. We got introduced. Turns out you're a musician as well. And do you feel like your poetry also translates into your music? Does that help you write music? Does the two cross lines get blurred a little bit?
Honestly, kind of. I never took a big interest in poetry. I did do some poetry competitions back in high school. I got to the state final, not to brag or nothing, but I did get to the state finals of Poetry Out Loud in my senior year, and now I started to develop a new liking to it, just to try something different and get out there more, explore new places and stuff where I can put myself out. And they do overlap, especially in the themes. It's because I feel like songs have to be more structured in order for them to like kind of make sense or have like that sense of melody. And poetry is a lot more free in that regard, structure-wise. And not to say that you can't write free verses on songs, of course
Right.
not, but I found it a bit more freedom in poetry, the way I can say things. And it's mostly just a side thing, but it is a different outlet that helps me
Stay creative.
stay creative and have develop new ideas that then can also transpose to some songs.
Yeah, it's
So,
great. It's great. You're doing a
yeah.
fabulous job, and I'm so happy to be the premier home of your music and getting you out there and stuff. Everybody go follow Bogy. Go find his Instagram, his YouTube. Stay up to date with future shows right here at Peak 100.1. We'll be promoting them on our socials as well. Bogy, thank you so much for coming in today and sharing.
Thank you for inviting me. It's been a great pleasure.
Absolutely. And we'll see you next time on Local Artist Spotlight.
This next one is called There Is Always a Tomorrow. Sooner than you think, the difficult times arrive, and you gotta get ready to take the next train to run away and stay alive. Mistake is not a failure, as long as you have faith in ya. Just take my hand and hold it tight. This is gonna be a wild ride, 'cause there's always a tomorrow. Gotta find the right people to follow to help you overcome the pain. There's always a tomorrow, so you better forget your sorrow, no matter how crappy things may be. Just go on till the end. We know what's new when we get there, but for now we must prepare. Beware, don't hurry, don't let your mind get blurry. Miss your tomorrow way too patiently. Sending shivers down your spine, but somehow you know you'll be fine. 'Cause no matter what trouble you have, tomorrow you know how to survive. 'Cause there's always a tomorrow, you gotta find the right people to follow to help you overcome the pain. You'll always have it tomorrow, so you better forget your sorrow, no matter how crappy things may be. Just go on till the end. The train arrives at your station. That tomorrow is your destination. There you'll find a solution. Hope and faith, you cannot lose them, as well as the shoulders in which you know you can cry. 'Cause there's always a tomorrow, you gotta find the right people to follow to help you overcome the pain. Yeah, you'll always have it tomorrow, so you better forget your sorrow, no matter how crappy things may be. Just go on till the end. Yeah, you gotta ride the train, that tomorrow will treat you well, if you know how to fight again.